What is up, you guys? My name is Chris, and today I am here in beautiful Rome. Oh my goodness, it has been quite an adventure. I feel as if I'm living my best life right now. The architecture is amazing, and the food is just bonissimo, as they say in my little white boy accent. But today I want to talk to you about why you are never gonna make it. Why you are not going to be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve because of your current mindset and your current belief system. All right, let's get into it, shall we? I'm currently walking on a nice pile of mud, so a bit distracted, but okay. So I want to talk to you about this concept of quote unquote making it, because first of all, we have to outline what that is. And on a base level, what it is a complete illusion. And here is why. Because when you create this idea of one day I'm gonna make it, you're creating an ideal version of yourself that exists in the future that doesn't exist right now. And how are you going to achieve that ideal version of yourself in the future if you aren't able to manifest exactly what it is that you need to in order to get there right here, right now? If you're not able to be completely okay with who you are, I'm in this really cool tunnel right now, by the way. Check out this graffiti. It's beautiful. There's graffiti all over this place, and they do a good job. But if you're not able to completely surrender to the current moment and be okay with where you're at in the stage of life and realize that you are exactly where you need to be right now, you are never going to be okay. We have been conditioned to believe that there's this idea, this concept that one day we are gonna be happy and we are gonna make it. And once we have the money, once we have the girlfriend or the boyfriend, we are gonna be happy. And once we obtain a family, that's what's gonna make me happy. Or we have all these different constructs in our head that we believe are one day going to fulfill us, and they're all external processes that ultimately lead us to an endless feeling of neediness and chasing what it is that we don't have. It's in part due to our consumer nature that has been implemented on us in the Western culture for years, but it also has to do with this idea that we are so averse to just being present in the moment and just allowing things to be as they are, that we create this belief system that, here's the thing, is once you create the belief system that one day you're gonna make it, you have literally put that concept out of your grasp into the future. You are not able to grasp that in the present moment because that is not who you are right now, because you haven't made it yet. And you think, once I make it, I am going to be happy, and I am going to be full of myself, and I'm going to be confident, and I am going to live with complete bliss and happiness because I got the woman and I got the money. Now I'm okay. And what ends up happening is we may achieve something that we ultimately thought was going to bring us happiness. For instance, like making $1 million or finding a girl who you believe is going to quote unquote be the girl of your dreams or your other half. And in reality, that is not what's going to make you happy. And it's actually going to make you more miserable because you're going to realize this isn't what I wanted. This isn't bringing me happiness. And you're going to keep switching things up, external factors. You might move, you might break up with your girlfriend, you might quit jobs looking for something else. And none of these factors are ultimately what is going to bring you a sense of joy and peace. And it might help for a little bit, but in order to sustain the long-term peace, you need to realize that whatever that concept of making it in the future, whatever that is, I need to bring into the now and realize that right now I'm going to be happy and I'm going to be confident and I'm going to be okay with myself. To achieve the goal of you quote unquote making it or obtaining that goal that you want to have, you need to start exhibiting those thought patterns and those processes and those habits of success into your life right now, because that one day that you think you're going to do everything isn't going to come. That one day is today, because you're going to feel the exact same way about it today than you will tomorrow. It's so much easier to say, I'm gonna go work out tomorrow, or I'm gonna go start a blog tomorrow, or whatever it is. But in reality, you're gonna have those same feelings of resistance and angst that you do today, because we do not want to change. We are so complacent in being stuck in a comfort zone and exactly who we are and not wanting to experience growth. But growth is what is going to get you those things that you want, and learning to go through life with a sense of composure and happiness and peace is what is not only going to make life more enjoyable, but it's what's going to get you the things that you want to get. Because until you finally conceptualize the idea of making it, and you destroy that construct and realize that right now is the time to be happy and confident and sure of who you are and your abilities, then you're never going to be happy. You're always going to be chasing something for as long as you live. It's just one of the gifts of life to be completely immersed in the moment and what you're doing. And you're not going to be able to get there very often if you always think you need something else, because you're always projecting something in the future, or, and obviously in some cases holding on things to the past. But in this concept of making it, you are projecting things in the future. Hold on, check this out. There's so many freaking birds around here. I don't know what's going on. It's like a little feeding frenzy. Let me show you. Look at these seagulls. They're all in a needy state of being right now, because they are all trying to grab something that they want in the future. That is beautiful. So these seagulls here have reminded me of a quote that has stuck with me. I believe from I think it's Buddhist, but I'm not sure of the literature of where it's from. I will go ahead and put that on the screen somewhere. And essentially what the quote says is, we need to be more like robins, like birds, because a bird doesn't, as much as I just joked about it there, a bird doesn't worry about its next meal ever. A bird doesn't worry about what it's going to obtain next. Pretty much all animals for that matter. And it's this idea that we are so adverse to not being in the present moment that we don't allow ourselves to be happy. And I just want you to come away with this idea that you are never going to make it. You are never going to be at where you want to be if you keep pushing this idea of yourself that you will be happy in the future. Until you learn to bring the happiness into the present moment, you're never going to have that. And that is kind of the beginning of starting to work on yourself, and the beginning of what it means to really start examining your life and who you are and what you really want. And it's not easy, and not everybody wants to do it, but unless you really want to be happy and you're really committed to yourself and your own well-being, it's time to start. It's time to just get in there and make today the day, and not tomorrow, not the next day. So I really hope that you got something out of this, because I definitely did. I'm gonna go ahead and wander around this city a little bit, my last night here, see what I can find, see what kind of trouble I can get into. But until then, I will catch you all later. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned for what is to come. Peace.